Phil Mickelson showed up at the U.S. Open. I don't know if he was obligated to speak to the media. I was surprised when Paulie goes, Mickelson meeting with the media, not pretty. And I'm like, all right, let me see if I can find this. So he's there for the U.S. Open. And, it's a long week, and players get there earlier, spend more time on the golf course. They probably have, requirements that they have. I don't know if Phil Mickelson was required to speak to the media, but Phil did talk about why he joined the LIV Tour.
I know that many of you have many people have strong opinions, emotions about my choice to go forward with LIV Golf, and I understand and I respect that. I'm incredibly grateful for the PGA Tour and for the many opportunities that it has provided me through the years, but I am excited about this new opportunity as well.
All right. He was very measured, and it almost felt like he was being held hostage. Like he had the beard or the growth, and he's out there. He can't be honest. He can't tell you, hey, I did it for the money, or hey, I'm having gambling issues. I got to pay off gambling debt. Whatever it is. I mean, it's possible. The answers would have been really good if he could be honest, but he was trying to dance around this, and he was asked if he's at peace with never playing on the PGA Tour again.
Are you at peace with the real possibility of never playing on the PGA Tour again?
I am, again, very appreciative of the many memories, opportunities, experiences, friendships, relationships PGA Tour has provided, and those are going to last a lifetime. But I'm hopeful that I'll have a chance to create more.
I don't think he answered the question. That's where you followed up. Are you at peace with never playing on the PGA Tour again, Phil? Sometimes what you do is if you talk long enough, then you confuse the media. And we're like, I think he answered that. Do I ask it again? He also talked about wanting to play on the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour.
If it's your preference, would you like to do both going forward if that comes to pass?
My preference is to be able to choose which path I'd like, one or the other or both. I feel that, as I was saying to Ann, I gave as much back to the PGA Tour and the game of golf that I could throughout my 30 years here. And through my accomplishments on the course, I've earned a lifetime membership. I intend to keep that and then choose going forward which events to play and not.
Okay. That's probably as honest as he got yesterday when he met with the media. But, my thought is, hey, if you don't want to play on the PGA Tour or you want to play on the LIV Tour, then don't play on the PGA Tour. Just support the LIV Tour. Now, if you want to have this mockery where you go, no, we're growing the game. So you're growing the game by taking players away from the PGA Tour. Where exactly are you growing the game? Because 4 of the 8 events are in the United States. I don't think you're growing it. Not there. Oh, you're going to play in Thailand. Okay, good luck growing it there. But it felt like Phil, he wanted to talk his way out of this. I truly wondered if I'm watching in real time Phil second-guessing himself. And maybe he's not. But it felt like Phil was facing the media, and Phil always got away with just smile and give a thumbs up. Fans love Phil. Hey, I'm here, I'll sign autographs. Great, all those things. Then, now all of a sudden it's like, man, they're asking some serious questions. They're asking questions about 9/11. They're asking some real serious questions. And you know what the questions are, or at least you're probably prepped on what the questions are going to be. I would hope that Ari Fleischer, who is the spokesperson for the LIV Tour, or your agent says, hey, by the way, you're going to get hit with this and this and this and this. How are we going to answer this? I don't know how the fans react. If I'm a fan and I'm out there, I probably don't like what Phil Mickelson's doing to my PGA Tour, or Dustin Johnson is, or some of these other players. But nobody's going to say what is obvious, and that is, I did it for the money. This is game-changing money. Now, Phil's already got a couple of $100 million. I think he's made $400 million. But, just say, I did it for the money. I did it, and you know what? I'm on the back nine of my career. and I had a chance to have some fun. He's talking about, hey, it gives me more time. It frees me up to do some other things. Okay. What? Spend money?
Buy boats?
Yeah. Like, what frees me up so I can buy a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Paul.
I was thinking, what if this had gone the other way? I think it was back in February where Phil made his comments about the Saudis, and he was, put on the sideline for a while. And I believe the LIV Tour put him on the sideline. This is too big of a business for you to screw up. What if the LIV Tour would have said, you know what? We don't need Mickelson and all this baggage. We're going to go on without him. And he was left in the dust. Can you imagine if he was on the other side of this, where he was still on the PGA Tour and he was still the likable Phil Mickelson, who was somewhat honest in his assessments back then, and he'd be kind of where Rory McIlroy is now, unintentionally. If the LIV Tour would have said, like, this guy's more trouble than he's worth.
No, but he gave them all that publicity.
Yeah.
Phil gave them all that publicity.
Months
now,
of it.
He had to take the slings and arrows, but he got it out there. Like, oh, that's right, they're doing this. And all of those other players are like, I'm not doing that. And then there's like, and Bryson DeChambeau, he's getting $100 million. And Dustin Johnson, he's getting $100 million. Wait, I thought you guys weren't doing this. Well, we didn't want to say it at the time because we wanted Phil to get yelled at, not us. He got yelled at. But I'm curious what the crowd sounds like in Boston with what's going on with the LIV Tour. But, man, you're a fan favorite. Maybe people are starting to pull back the curtain on Phil and seeing the real Phil. But the average golf fan loved Phil. Women loved him. Like, he's awesome. We love Phil. I mean, you gave it all up. Gave it all up. Yeah, Marv.
They love Phil how? Like women love David Beckham?
No. I just think that I think he's fan friendly. I think that he was engaged with you. You felt like he notices me. I'm here with him. And most golfers, Tiger never did that.
Yeah, he's the one that waved and acknowledged you. Okay,
yes,
I get it.
Yes, he'd give you a thumbs up. Tiger would be like, straight ahead. No, I'm too busy taking down the entire tour here. I can't acknowledge you. Yes, Todd.
I know this is a unique situation with two tours now, but can you or should you be accomplished enough in a sport where he expects the commissioner to wink at him wanting to play wherever he wants, whenever he wants? As he said, he gave a lot to the PGA Tour and hopes to be able to keep being able to be allowed to play there.
So what are you saying?
So should Jay Monahan be winking at someone like Phil Mickelson? Like whether it's a Tiger Woods or a couple of the greatest golfers that, we play in the LIV Tour, come back here when you feel like it.
Well, what do you mean wink?
Like allow him to play in PGA events whenever he wants and continue to do what he's doing at the LIV Tour and play in the majors and play and do whatever he wants and play whenever he wants. Because that's what it sounds like Phil is expecting. He hopes to play in the future.
Well, he's wrong. I mean, he's hoping for that. But if I'm the commissioner of the PGA Tour, every time I see Phil, I see a guy who is instrumental in starting a rival tour. I would not go, hey, Phil, glad to have you back. Wink, wink. It'd be like, hey, Phil. That'd be it. But I can't imagine somebody's going to go, hey, Greg Norman, how are you? Ain't going to happen. And these other players, look, you took the money, you got the money. Good. But you gave up the game of golf. You truly gave up the game of golf. Because I probably have more competitive rounds when I play on the weekends with my buddies than they do on the LIV Tour. There's more tension when we're playing than on the LIV Tour. It's like, hey, buddy, hey, we're teammates. Let's go out there and let's play. That's all it is. They gave up the game. Because what they're doing now, that's not the game, and they're not growing the game. Yeah, Paul.
I think a guy like Phil also gave up a lifetime of goodwill by golf fans and sponsorships. I was looking at Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer made most of his money after he retired. Jack Nicklaus, by far, made most of his money off sponsorships well after he retired because being a legend of the game in the golf game, it plays to the older crowd, and you can get sponsorships forever. And I think Phil Mickelson is going to have a hard time when his career is over, probably, getting all those big deals back.